A function is kind of just like a reusable block of code. It's, I guess, something as simple as that. Generally, you don't want to keep rewriting stuff, so you kind of put it in a function and reuse that function as many times as need be.
Great. Awesome. Can you tell me what a head element is?
A head element would be storing the metadata of a site. So anything that could, like anything from the title or say some JavaScript code or link to CSS, for example. All that would be under the head.
Awesome. Okay, so assume I have code that I want to push from my local machine to GitHub. Can you tell me what steps I would take to do that? You can assume that I already have pushed to this, branch before, and you don't need to do any of the remote setup.
Okay, so I don't need to do any of the remote setup. So if you already have the repository on, I guess I could just back up. If you have the link to the repository, you could clone it. But if you already have everything and you want to push something up, you would first add the code, git add. Then you would do commit just to kind of stage it to make sure everything's there. And from there, you would push to since you don't have to you don't have to set the remote or anything. And I'm assuming that the branch is already on the remote. You could just do git push, and your code should be up on the server.
Awesome. Can you tell me the difference between a class and an ID in HTML and CSS?
Yeah, sure. So a class would be kind of a reusable identifier for CSS, while an ID can really only be used once within your code.
Great. And then how do you select a class and how do you select an ID?
Oh, a class would be sort of a, let's see, if I were to write it out, a class identifier would be a hash in CSS, while a ID, I'm sorry, an ID would be a hash, and the class would be kind of like a dot
Yeah.
of notation, a dot class name, whatever.
Great.
I think I got it backwards for a second.
You got it. You got it. Awesome. All right. I'm going to share my screen now and ask you some questions. Can you see this okay?
Let's see. Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. I can make it a little bigger. I'll have to just keep adjusting that. Yeah. So multiple choice here. What's the difference between double equals and triple equals?
Let's see. It would be E. So, well, E double equals looks at the value of the two between the two values, and the triple would compare the value and the type together.
Great.
E.
All right. Can you tell me what element has a class attribute on it?
It looks like the div in the article elements as a class column -3.
Awesome. And how many nav links are there? Navigation links.
There are 2 navigation links under the nav, one going to block and one going to about, or the home page and then going to the about.
Great. All right. So you can see here on line 11, I'm console logging my function 1 if I pass a string block to it. So what will output to the console?
Let's see. Function 1. Then lost function. So returns happy. Function 2. Looks like it would just say happy times block.
Awesome. All right. Now this is another multiple choice. Similar thing though. What outputs to the console? A, B, C, D, or E?
Okay. Second 2. It would be B7.
Great. All right, last one of these, a little trickier. If I pass sum and x to my combined function, what outputs to the console?
That combines to 3 and 5. So 3 and 5, 10, 18. And then I combine. Looks like it would be 28.
28, all righty. Okay, I am going to send you a link to Collab Edit. If you in the Google Hangout chat, if you want to open that up and let me know when you're in there.
Sure. I got it.
It'll make you, type in your name and stuff like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Awesome. So I put 3 different questions in here. If you want to start with the top one, just to note, I will I won't take off points if you're missing a semicolon or
Okay.
like one closing bracket or something like that.
Got it. Got it. Objects. Array. Title of each movie. Okay, and just kind of solve for the function below.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. All right, that one looks good. Me. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and then I don't know if you saw the one above that or if you just wanted to start with the second one, but then there's the one below that as well. Yeah, so the first one, you're just going to write a function that takes 2 arguments and then returns the sum of those 2 arguments.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Cool.
No worries. Sorry, it's annoying to keep sending you multiple ones though, so I found it easier to just send it in one.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Okay, that will do it.
Awesome. Yeah, and then the last one.
Next to it, right? Numbers and a number. I'm spoiled by IDEs that always make the bracket for me.
I
Like, oh,
know, yeah. Same here.
uh,
That's why I was saying I wouldn't.
take things out. Yeah, I see. It's like, oh, what if I miss something? I'm like, it doesn't make it for me. All right, it's all good. Okay, looks good.
Awesome. All right. Let's see. Just adding everything up. Yeah, you got you did awesome. You got a 9.8 out of 7.
Cool.
So yeah, I only took a little bit off. That last just question was 38 instead of 28.
Okay.
But yeah, you were really close. Otherwise, yeah, I definitely think that you are 100% ready to move on to the next module.
Okay. I'm confused though. There's no React questions or anything on this. I thought there would be.
Let's see. Oh, so this is I just give you I might have given you the wrong assessment.
Hmm.
Oh, you were supposed to take the front end frameworks one.
Yeah, because the first
I'm
the beginning sounded good, and I thought I was just reviewing some code, but I thought there would be also some React-ish questions on there.
so I don't want to have to make you take it again because that was my bad. The next assessment I have is the front end fundamentals. So to be honest, the only React question that is on the front end frameworks one is what
Mhm.
is the difference between state and props?
Oh, I can answer that. That's pretty easy.
Okay, yeah. So let's. Otherwise, it's just HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So it's honestly not that different. And there's like a couple questions. I'm so sorry that I gave you the wrong one.
Oh, it's all good.
But like I said, there's really the only question if you want to answer that, the React one.
No,
Yeah.
I can answer the React one. Like that's, that's what I was prepared. I
Okay,
was
yeah,
like, okay,
no, that's like I'm saying that's the
yeah,
only React specific question. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and answer that
okay,
one.
yeah. No, I'll totally answer it. So, in when you're talking about React, when you have state and props, state really is just the data, like what data that would live in a component that could be changed based on some interaction of the component. Um, Typically, I mean, it could be anything from a string to user input to a number value or something. Generally, the state would live in each component, and then state could also be passed down from the components, from like the app, the topmost component, or I guess the one part that had the most, I guess, how to describe it, would control a state or props of another component. Probably the parent component, I should say, that have two like that would need the state passed down. So a state is mutable and can only be changed by the set state method, I believe. Yeah, only by set state. Um, Props, however, props is a little bit different. Props is just short for properties, and with props, you can actually you can actually send props down from a state in a higher parent component. However, props is immutable. Like you would never want to change props. That would kind of go against the whole unidirectional data flow. So very important that you keep very different uses for props. But I mean, and also props can also be set at the component level too. You don't have to always pass it down from state. Um, and then yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's I think the main takeaway is kind of like state being the mutable thing, which changes on interaction. You know, changes the
Mhm.
actual state of the component, and then props being the immutable property of a component or something that's passed down from state on a higher component.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I can. If you want to do the other questions, I totally can. I just feel bad making you do that since it's totally my fault. I gave you the wrong one, but there aren't any other React questions. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, if I have time, I can just take a shot, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Can you tell me what it means for a site's user interface to be responsive?
Oh, that's pretty responsive is really just kind of how a person would interact with a site. And that meaning if somebody were using a tablet or using a widescreen, basically you would have the site respond to whatever that screen size would be. Either would be changing the orientation on a tablet or using a screen. Basically, the site would respond to whatever you're kind of viewing it in.
Awesome. Okay, there's like kind of fluff questions. I'll
Mhm.
skip over. Let's see. Would you rather answer some of the just questions or write some code?
Um, I had some just questions, I guess.
Okay, great. Let me. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me share my screen for this one.
I could write code, but I realize I have like 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't know how much time I really have.
I just know you would
Yeah.
pass this anyways. You're crushing it
Okay.
so hard on everything. Yeah. So, which of the following are not valid JavaScript functions,
Oh,
and
okay.
or are all of them valid?
Function hello, return hi. That looks good. Var hello. That is also valid. Const hello. Hi. Those are all valid.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. Uh, can you see? Let me make this a little.
Yeah, it's kind of cut off a little bit
Yeah.
here.
There we go.
Okay.
Yep. So, what's the valid way to register an event listener?
Okay. Let's see. And this is pure HTML, not React. Okay. It
Yeah,
definitely looks
see,
like
I told you there's no React in this assessment. It's crazy.
right. Yeah, I was like, this is vanilla JavaScript. Otherwise, I'd be like, that would trick me. That would totally trick me. Um, click function. I believe it's A. I would say A. I think the only thing I think when we're talking about like
Yep.
pure JavaScript is there's no camel case as far as the event listener, the first event listener, and then it would go to the actual function.
Yeah, nope, A is correct. Awesome. There is one more of these, which is kind of similar to the first assessment. So if I pass the number 10 to foo, what outputs to the console?
Okay. Ooh, would this be? I'm gonna guess on this one. I think it's 25. I can't remember how closures
Close.
would
It's
work like that.
this one's 15.
Oh, it was just 15. Okay, I guess yeah, I mixed it up with a just doing some sort of. No, actually, I got that wrong. I thought, okay, oh, yeah, it is a closure. Okay, I thought it would be more complex than that. Like it would call 10 again within that
Right.
function.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of
But
try to trick you on this one.
yeah. It tricked me because I was thinking of recursive. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And then it's like you're doing two assessments in the time that you're
Yeah,
supposed to do one, which is great. I am going to share this one, or if you want to go back to the collab edit, and yeah, I just added, because you already answered literally all the questions besides the code one. So yeah, if you just want to kind of chat through you don't have to write code, but you can just chat through what you would do to kind of merge these two arrays together.
Okay, let's see. It's still a bit too small.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you still in the collab edit one on
Yeah.
your
Let's see.
end?
Oh, wait, I am. There you go. Never mind. So yeah, to see it's the old one too. How to merge.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. At the bottom.
Mm-hmm. So, oh,
Da, da,
sorry, I
da.
should have thrown it at the top.
No problem. Let's see. Function that takes two arrays. Let's see. I would probably use map, but I guess the part where I'm kind of trying to kind of get stuck in my head is if I wanted to use a array function such as, yeah, I don't know if if I could use push on each
Yeah.
array.
Yep.
So it basically what I'm thinking in my head is like using map and then using a like a push function that would push basically, okay, this is either, array one, array two. It would just be kind of it would just kind of loop through however many arrays you have and then push that content into a new array. Because I believe push would just add the array, and I would probably set that um, function to a value, so I could return that value with the entire uh, array or the final array that's concatenated.
Yeah, no, that's great. You could also use just the concat method as well. And then you wouldn't
Oh
need
yeah, I'm
the
making it
loop.
a lot harder than I am. I forgot about concat.
No worries. That's still valid.
Uh,
Just a way to simplify it. Yeah, just using that
yeah.
concat.
Mhm.
Awesome. And then the other question is really just it's a CSS question, and then
Mhm.
you have to create a link in plain HTML. So just a href. And
Oh,
then
okay.
the other function is, yeah, exactly. I know you know this stuff really well.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's just this one, just about users' properties. Um, but it's a similar thing that this one was kind of testing. Like, can you use dot notation to pull something, or I guess bracket notation too, out of an object?
Oh, let's see. Right function determines whether or not user is old and tall enough. Right? The function should take an object as a parameter. If the object age property is greater or equal to 7, and we're going to 42, return true. Otherwise, return false. So, yeah, I mean, you could definitely write this. I was thinking of like a ternary operator type deal, where you would have, would it be kind of look at like it's like age. Age is actually. Trying to think of how I'd write out the ternary operator. Oh, okay. Actually, you could make it way easier than that. Basically, like age. Let's see, return the object. Age. I think you could do this. Let's see. No, let's see. Those the values I can use.
Yeah, and I would definitely make it, a function that took my object. Or are you trying to
Yeah,
do it without doing that?
well, I was basically trying to like return, I guess. Let's see. I completely blank how I would kind of return an object using that, but I wanted to
Oh, I
say like
see.
basically I'm saying I'm returning an object, but I just want to say, is this equal to 7? Else, it's going to be false. Is the height equal to 42 or false? The syntax is not right, and I know that. Unless I kind of set it up like,
Oh, okay.
but that's not right either, because that's returning saying, okay, that's a 7 or off, but I'm not comparing it. So that's why I was thinking of maybe a ternary operator being kind of like, age. I forgot how to write a ternary operator. Age.
That's okay with the colon and the question mark.
Yeah. The age, and then either 7. This is what I was thinking of initially, I think. I think there'd be a kind of a syntax error.
Hold on, it's not loading for me anymore.
Oh. Oh, I can't actually. It would have to compare both. Oh, okay.
Ugh, Collab Edit is killing me. Yeah, I can't see anything you're doing. It's like it's not loading for me anymore. But if you want to share your screen, but you can. I definitely think you're um, ready to move on though.
Okay, yeah, I'll just share this real quick just to you can kind of see where I'm stuck at least. Let's see, share screen. Does it let me? Oh, it's screen share. So I just realized it was supposed to be greater than equal. So
Okay. Now I can. I was like, I can't
yeah.
see. Here, let me stop screen sharing so I can see what you're doing. So the only thing is, how are you going to get your? So you don't want to write a function. You just. I guess I'm still confused why you're doing this return.
Yeah, so I think this return is wrong now. Now I'm reading the problem.
Okay.
I was basically saying, hey, I want to return each value. So like I'm going to check age, and that's going to be true, or height, that's going to be true. But this one is saying, no, I just want to say compare both, and then return the value of both. So
Okay.
this is actually wrong. I just got that right now, and I have to do the
Okay.
kind of yeah. So I mean, if comparing like the age, if actually let's just take out the return right now. I don't really need that.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see. It stopped loading, so I was like, I have no
Yeah.
idea
It was
what
a
you're.
yeah, kind of what I was saying. Um, object age property. So if goes backwards, yeah. I think the return is probably redundant.
Yeah, and just the only thing I see is it's only one. Is only going to take one object as a parameter. So I would, be like my attributes or something like that, and then you could get age and height off of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see how when it says roller coaster validation, the example, it just has one object that it's passing in with both age and height property.
Oh, so it'd be my attributes, yeah.
Yeah, or whatever you want. Yeah,
So yeah, that would be
yeah.
that's being an object. Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah. So the other way, I mean, there's probably another way I could do this in like object notation that would I think make a little bit more sense, but
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know.
this is
I
great.
haven't eaten lunch today. I haven't eaten lunch yet. Can't think as much.
Well, I'm so sorry that I made you do 2 assessments, but
Oh, it's
yeah,
okay. It's good. It's good having a review, to be honest. Like I
yeah,
can at least like going back to closures. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how like a closure works. So I can probably just go back and read that a little bit more. So that's actually pretty helpful. If
yeah. And
everything
you saw
pushed up
that
everyone's.
the assessment questions weren't too different. So
Yeah, Yeah, that's pretty much
anyways,
it. Yeah,
because there wasn't any
yeah.
React. But yeah, no, thank you so much for spending more time doing that. I will unlock the next section for you. Um,
Cool.
yeah, thank you again and awesome job.
All right. Well, thank you.
Take
All right.
care.
Bye.